Welcome back to the channel. Today I came across a leaked report suggesting that NTE's official Steam page is expected to go live on July 8th, so I decided to make a video about something I know a lot of you have been curious about, a comparison between the two biggest names in the anime urban fantasy genre right now, Neverness to Everness and its well-known rival Zenless Zone Zero. After spending time playing both games, reading through all the official information, watching every trailer, and trying the latest content from each of them, I finally decided to put this video together. I think it'll be really helpful if you're still trying to decide which game suits you better, so make sure you watch until the end. With that said, let's get started. To be honest, it only takes a few seconds of gameplay to see why people keep comparing these two games. Both are set in modern urban worlds shaped by supernatural forces. Both feature beautifully designed anime-style characters, and both build their own unique universes with distinctive organizations, terminology, and supernatural threats. That's exactly the kind of combination that's dominating the anime game market right now. So it's completely understandable why people put these two games side by side. But I want to make one thing clear right from the beginning. Having a similar vibe doesn't mean they have the same gameplay structure, and that's exactly what I'm going to break down in this video. So, what exactly is NTE trying to offer players? When I first stepped into the world of Heathero, my first impression was that it truly felt like an open world. You play as an unlicensed anomaly hunter, working alongside the Ibon Antique Shop to take on commissions involving supernatural phenomena known as anomalies. What impressed me the most wasn't the combat, it was the feeling of living in a vibrant city. You can freely explore the streets, customize your own vehicles, buy a house, and decorate it however you like, and even use an in-game social platform called Bagel SNS to share screenshots and video clips of your adventures. These features made it clear to me that NTE isn't just trying to create a game where you complete missions and fight enemies. It's trying to create the experience of actually living in the city. From a technical standpoint, the game runs on Unreal Engine 5, supports NVIDIA DLSS, and includes ray tracing, so the nighttime cityscape and the reflections across the buildings look absolutely stunning. Going back through my footage while making this video really reminded me just how impressive the visuals can be. The latest content NTE has introduced is the Dreamwalk Corridor update, which brings two new limited S-Class characters, Lacrimosa and Chaos, along with a brand new area called Sunward Island. The game has also collaborated with the Porsche 918 Spider, adding it to the in-game racing experience. On top of that, there are new events like What's Baking and Underground Circuit, as well as an auto-drive feature that makes getting around the city much more convenient. Honestly, after spending time with this new content, I got the feeling that NTE isn't trying to position itself as just another action game. Instead, it's aiming to be a lifestyle fantasy experience where combat is only one part of a much bigger picture centered around living in a city filled with supernatural anomalies. And with version 1.2 on the horizon, even more new content and features are expected to arrive. Now, let's move on to ZZZ. When I came back to Zenless Zone Zero after taking a break, the first thing that stood out to me was its signature action-focused gameplay. The game is set in New Eridu, the last surviving city after the catastrophe known as the Hollows, where you play as a proxy, someone who connects the city to the dangerous world inside the Hollows. The concept of dual identities, which ZZZ constantly emphasizes, is what really sets the experience apart. You live an ordinary daily life in the city while also leading your agents into the Hollows, creating a gameplay rhythm that's very different from NTE. If NTE gives me the feeling of freely exploring a living open world, then ZZZ feels much more like a structured action game, where every trip into a hollow becomes a true test of your combat skills. ZZZ is currently on version 3.0, titled A Sleepwalker's Confession, and it's a pretty substantial update. It introduces 3 new S-rank characters, Valina, Norma, and Pyros, along with a brand new area called Roskelifer, Bostrom. The update also adds a new mode called Annihilation Simulacrum, expands the Interbrew expansion plan system, and introduces quality of life features such as aerial transit and the Bangbu drone. One thing that really surprised me is that ZZZ has also started pushing its graphical technology further. The The game now supports ray tracing on RTX 20 series graphics cards and newer, along with DLSS and FSR3 frame generation for improved performance. Another point that's definitely worth mentioning is that ZZZ has officially launched on Steam. The Steam version is fully cross-compatible with mobile, PC, PS5, and Xbox. If you've already been playing with a Hoyoverse account, you can simply link your account and carry over all of your progress to Steam without losing anything. To me, this clearly shows that ZZZ has grown into a very mature and well-established live service game with a solid ecosystem. So, when you put these two games side by side, where's the biggest difference? Based on my own experience, it comes down to their core gameplay philosophy. NTE is built around open-world city exploration, where driving, owning a home, and interacting with the city are just as important as combat. ZZZ, on the other hand, stays true to its urban fantasy action formula, with its combat loop, agent system, and steady flow of new content serving as the heart of the experience. Another difference that I think is only fair to point out is the maturity of each game's content. NTE is currently only on version 1.1, while ZZZ has already reached version 3.0. That means if you're looking for a game with deeper systems, more quality of life features, and a live service model that's already proven itself over time, ZZZ clearly has the advantage right now. But if you're looking for something fresh, an experience centered around the freedom of exploring a truly open city, where you can hunt supernatural anomalies while also enjoying everyday urban life in your own way, then NTE offers a very different and genuinely interesting direction. In terms of brand appeal, I also have to admit that ZZZ holds a major advantage when it comes to community reach. You can clearly see this through its new player campaigns, which currently offer 30 free pulls just for logging in, with the total rewards reaching up to 100 pulls, plus 80 boupons through various in-game events. It's a game that has built a strong and well-established community over years of live service support. So what's my final conclusion? I don't actually think NTE and ZZZ can be directly compared, even though they share the same urban fantasy setting with supernatural elements. Instead, I see NTE as a different direction altogether. It takes the kind of world that ZZZ fans already enjoy and pushes it toward an open-world city life experience, complete with driving, housing, and everyday immersion. Meanwhile, ZZZ remains the clear leader when it comes to live service polish, the consistency of its update schedule, and the depth of its combat system. The question I want to leave you with at the end of this video is this. If you could only choose one game to invest your time in over the coming months, which would it be? Would you choose NTE for the fresh experience of a true open-world city, or would you go with ZZZ for its proven stability and years of polished live service development? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd really love to hear what you think. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'll see you in the next video.